Hi, welcome to another episode of Golbazan. This is Pasha Jones speaking. Today is such a rainy day in Tehran, and it's an absolute pleasure for me to be heading towards to speak to Mr. Branko Ivankovic, the former manager of Team Melli, and he's won the league now consecutively with Persepolis, a fantastic achievement. We want to speak to Mr. Branko about the upcoming match tomorrow he has against Al Sadd, the Asian Champions League, about his tenure as the reigning national coach. 2006, excuse me, where he thinks he could take Persepolis and about the upcoming World Cup. As always, we appreciate the support and we hope you enjoyed this latest interview of Gulbazan. Hi folks, welcome to another episode of Golders. I'm sitting alongside Coach Branko Ivankovic. Coach, how you doing today?
Everything is okay, perfect, because tomorrow we have a game, AFC Champions League. This is something what is a big honor for us. This is something what is big satisfied, and this is the most hard competition in Asia. And to be one part of this competition is really big honor for everybody.
Right. Obviously, you just became champions for a consecutive time. Now that's another big step for you to try to take it to the next level, to try to do a consecutive, do a three-peat of the championship. How are you going to bring the morale of the team up for the upcoming season?
I'm really satisfied and happy what we've done during this season. What I know, this is the most biggest result of Persepolis in history. Why? Because we again took a championship very strongly, and is not easy, strongly and early before the Nowruz. Also, we play semi-final in Champions League. Also, we before last game we qualified for the next stage, knockout stage in AFC Champions League, and when we watch another statistic facts, we made a lot of records, and I'm really satisfied with the players because they show excellent character, excellent motivation, and really they're the most important in these results.
And how is this year's win title and come different to last year's preparation for you?
Well, just we lose the two from last season. We lost two very important players like Sorok Rafi and Mehdi Taremi, who was Mehdi Taremi was last 2 years the best player in Iran officially and the best scorer. And of course for us was a big problem. But Alipur made a big step, big improvement, and now he's actually the first scorer with 18 goals. And the players recognize, the players saw that everything what we doing is excellent for them, and all of them improved and to become every day better players.
You have some great team staff from Igor, Marco.
Yes.
How big is it to have like your own staff members with the cultural shock with the reigning football players?
When I came to Persepolis, I insist to bring with me my assistants. Why? Because we need as soon as possible to adapt to the new condition, new environment, and also much easier to work with them. This is minimum of staff which I use. I mean, assistant coach first was Andrei Panadic, after Panadic was Chuk, and now third was my brother, who's also coached 30 years, and he has also good resume. And Marco as a fitness coach, Of course, with us also Karim Bagheri, who help us special with this relationship with local players. Also, he was one of the biggest players in Iran in history, and he helped us excellent. And this is something what is optimum. Just we have also an analyzer who help us because really we don't have so many times to do something like that, and we need somebody who will put special attention to this case. Also, without the translator, it's not possible to work because with local language is much quality and much better.
Yes. And so far, we got a question from social media. Who's the most talented player you've coached in Iran? Whether that's your time when you were the coach of the national team or not. It's very hard question.
Yeah, it's very hard question because it's not easy to say something like that. I'm very satisfied with my players. For example, and my players are the best players in all the world because they are my players. You know, I don't have I don't have Ronaldo, Messi, something like that.
Exactly.
But what is very important, what is true, that Iran has a lot of talented players. Iran has players with a big potential. You know, physically, mentally, they love football, and this is something what is big optimism for the Iranian football. Of course, they should Iran football federation should take care about these young players. They should take care about the academy, the schools, because here is incredible potential. The people love football incredibly, and this is something what is big, what is very important as a basic, and then should work to prepare them conditions for the work, to prepare everything. You know, but talking about the talent play is not so good. But I had lucky to work with the excellent players in Iran as a national team coach before, like Ali Dai, like Karimi, like Magdavikia, Shemian, Rahman Rezai, Nasrati, Nekonam. You know, they really Zandi. They really was excellent generation. Unfortunately, we had a lot of problems before the World Cup, but it was my big satisfaction to work with them. For example, you have some players who are really incredibly talented, like Ali Karimi, Magdavikia, Ali Dai, you know, lot of players.
We're going to speak about the World Cup coming up, Coach, and obviously the national, but how close are you, would you say, to the academy? I know you're talking about potential and stuff, but as a coach, are you getting the same support you're getting from the youth coaches? Being the first coach at Persepolis?
I'm here to try to give Iran football my knowledge, my experience. I have experience more than 30 years. I'm the most knowledgeable coach. You know, my education is high, and I try to help here. It's not easy, it's not easy. Not here, anywhere in the world. But the most important to have idea, the most important to push everybody. Really, this is the most important, and to try day by day to improve, to try to step by step to improve in this, because all of countries depend about the young players.
You've already advanced to the next round. Again, congratulations for the Champions League. How big of a match is it for tomorrow with Al Sadd, and what are your thoughts about it?
Al Sadd is, of course, with Duhail, the best team in Qatar. They have excellent players. They have excellent mix with local players and foreign players. Two players from Algeria and one player from Chavi, who was sometimes before was many times one of the best players in all the world, in same level with Messi, Ronaldo, Iniesta, and he was among five the best player. And of course, he's a big advance for them. And the most important, tomorrow we expect a good game. We expect that everybody should enjoy, because no any team is under press. Because we qualify for the next stage, the next stage, same like Al Sadd. Depend, just we want to be top on the table, and our philosophy, our vision of Persepolis, to win as much as possible games and to get a trophy as much as possible. Of course, not easy, but this is generally philosophy and vision.
So you made it to the semi-final. Unfortunately, didn't make the final. Now, what are your thoughts on hopefully making to the final this year?
Champions League, last season we played in semi-final. To qualify for the semi-final for each team is big success. It doesn't matter.
Exactly.
East Asia, West Asia, or Middle East, or Australia is big, and you never know what's going on. The most important to think about our performance. The most important, because for example, we lose against Saipa, but we had possession of the ball 81%. We shoot on the goal 24%. We had 538 passes. Instead, Saipa had 150. A lot of things on our, but we lose 2-1. This is the football. Because of it, the football is the most interesting, the most beautiful things in all the world. Nobody knows what's going on, but we have ambition. Okay, we have now a problem with this transfer window, because we cannot use the new players. But I trust this squad which we have now, and I believe that we can repeat this result.
And from your own coach perspective, why haven't the Iranian teams, would you say, been successful in Asia throughout the years?
Huh. This is excellent question. But for the answer, we needed around 5 days.
5 days, exactly.
Yeah, but the most important, it's very hard to say some short words. But the most important in Iran, how to create the team. How to create the team, how the team function. When we're going up, always start with some disturbing of the team. And this is something what is very important to have continuity as an expert staff, as a staff. Why? Because you have one way for the selection to see what's going on, and we are on good way, But this is something what is problem. How to create the team? The team is the most important, not personal, not individual player, not anybody. The team, the club is the most important.
Saudi Arabia, UAE, and Qatar, as you can imagine, they invest a lot of money into their football. How would you compare the Iranian league compared to those leagues when it comes to Asia?
Of course, this is an excellent question. First, difference between these countries and Iran, they have excellent condition for the practice. They prepare everything for the U team, for the A team, and this is something what we have to do here in Iran. To try, I know it's not easy, yes. But day by day, a little bit by little bit, try to improve and try to prepare condition for the training, for the practice, for the U team, for the A team, professional team, and this is first step. Second one, I think they don't have more money. Okay, maybe some clubs are, yes, they're like for example, Al Sadd, like Duhail, like Al Hilal, Garafa Al Ittihad from Saudi. But this is not important. Important is work, and they give the chance to work, They have a lot of foreign coaches for the youth teams because of their experience. What is experience? Croatia, in ex-Yugoslavia. You know how long is a professional football playing in Croatia? It's been more than around 60 years. You have a football school 60 years. This is something what you cannot arrange during the night. What I want to say. It's mean you have to get some experience from foreign coach. Because of it, I came here. I'm ready to give my knowledge, my experience, everything what I know. And I try to put to my club, not just to be a coach, to try to help people in the club to improve in any condition. What I think is not bad to do. What is experience on the biggest club, something like that.
Coach, the next question we have for you is from social media. It's about the World Cup. As you can imagine, what would you say that what went wrong for you when it came to the 2006 World Cup, and how did you deal with the discrepancies that dealt with the players? For example, the situation that happened with Ali Karimi, with the Angola match. How was that time for you?
I said you something. I said many times what's happened. We had a really excellent time these 4 years. First of all, 2002 we took a championship in Busan Asian Games. It was the first trophy after 30 years. Then we play excellent in China during the Asian Cup. We took a third place, but we deserved much more because the referees destroy us. After that, in same time we played excellent qualified games for the World Cup, and we qualified, for example, in Asian Cup against Korea. Korea at that time was officially fourth team in order with the golden generation. Same like Japan, who with the Zico, they also had the golden generation. You know what I mean? With Nakata, with Nakamura, and something like that. And it was a really hard and tough competition. And we qualified for the World Cup. But what's happened with, many times I explained, what's happened during the World Cup, before the World Cup. Unfortunately, the five main players become injury. For example, Ali Karimi, I was on this game, broken the ankle. It was the most hard injury, you know what I mean? And of course, it was same like injury Ronaldo and Messi. Also, Magdavikia couldn't had a training 2 months before the World Cup because of back. Hashimian had a problem with the knee. Also, he didn't made a training 1.5 or 2 months before the World Cup. Just start with the preparation. Also, Zandi, Satarzari broke in the LC. You know, we had a lot of problems. You know, and we couldn't have a good preparation. Just Ali Dai, Sorab, and Yahya, they came just a few days before the trip to Germany because they had the AFC Champions League, you know. And of course, we were not ready. Yes. What I want, we were not ready, but we show, special against Mexico, we show excellent performance first 1 hour, and we got stupid goals, 2 goals. But okay, this is football. Against Portugal, with the best generation of Portugal, with the Figo, Ronaldo, Deco, Bahia, Victor Bahia, they had excellent team, you know, that time, and they had with the Scolari, coach with a big experience, coach who was a world champion, you know, and we lose 2-0, as you know, by penalty kick, stupid penalty kick, and they were scored, which Deco scored from almost 30 meters, you know. Against Angola, we created a lot of opportunities, but we missed this. It was the last game. It was not easy, you know. And during this period, they made a lot of troubles, chaos, something like that. And this, unfortunately, this generation deserved to make a better result.
And where do you see Iran going into this World Cup? Especially you guys played Portugal. Now they're playing Portugal in this upcoming World Cup. Where do you see Iran going into this World Cup?
Now?
Yes.
Well, of course, the group is very hard. It's not easy. Portugal, Spanish, and Morocco. But you have to know on World Cup you don't have any team who is weak, you know, because it's a World Cup. We can discuss maybe 20 years ago you couldn't find some weak teams, but now it's not possible because all of countries which participate in the World Cup, they have professional league, they work very seriously, they improve the football, and you couldn't find any weak team. It means everything is open. If we compare last World Cup when Iran played against Argentina, it was only 1-0. You know what I mean? It means everything is possible.
Coach, a good friend of yours, Zlatko Dalic, a best friend of yours, is a good friend of the podcast. The next question we have for you, are you going to support both Croatia and Iran coming to this World Cup?
Yes, everything is possible. We are going to World Cup with a big ambition because we have a really good national team and players who are together more than 4 years. And this may be the last chance for them to make something on the world level. You know, and I believe to Zlatko Dalic, I believe to his work because I know his work, and for sure he can do something. No any guarantee, but I'm sure that he will prepare everything. Just also depends on some details how will the situation will be played, condition. I mean, tired, not tired, injury, no injury. You know, because this is different between Croatian national team and Iran. Iran has much more time for the preparation than Croatia. Maybe the Croatia start 25 days before the World Cup.
Coach, the last question we have for you, thank you so much for your time, is that a lot of people listen to this podcast outside the country. It's very internationally recognized. And what are your future ambitions going through next season? And hopefully, do we see when they come back and coach Iranian national team and have Zlatko be the coach of Persepolis, maybe?
Well, look, in football you never know what's going on tomorrow. You know, now maybe somebody is king, tomorrow drop down. Of course, everything is possible. I use and want to come to the Persepolis because Persepolis is a big club, and I know how is Red Army, and the Persepolis has more than 40 million fans, and this is something what is enjoyable for the work because we are working because of fans, and we want to do something to show to these our fans. But everything is possible. We will see what's going on. You never know. Maybe, for example, Zlatko will go to the Real Madrid, and maybe come to the Persepolis. Depend on some details, results, something like that.
Coach Branko Ivankovic, it was a pleasure. Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome, and have a nice days.
And that concluded our interview with Mr. Branko Ivankovic. Fantastic person, such a humble guy. It was just great to chat with him about football. As always, folks, please keep spreading the word around about us. We're doing a lot of work for Iranian football outside of Iran. We've turned into the hub that thankfully has turned everybody's realized that with the work we're doing, we're just trying to bring more awareness. So please, we'll appreciate if you subscribe to us on iTunes, check out our site golbazanpodcast.com, email us at mail@golbazanpodcast.com. Find us on Twitter at Golbazan, on Facebook. Just keep liking, sharing. We appreciate it. Thank you.